The Israel-Palestine conflict has long been a vocal point of international attention, and within its tumultuous sphere exists a story less of tenfold, the experience of Indonesian diaspora in Lebanon. And we are now connected with Muhammad Dani, an Indonesian diaspora living in Lebanon, to talk more about current situation in Lebanon, especially its order. Now, hello from Jakarta, Indonesia. Dani, thank you for being here with us today.
Hi there, Mister. I'm so happy I can here with you again at the very word. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Denny. It's a pleasure having you here. Now, as the first question, Denny, could you please provide an overview of the current situation in Lebanon since the latest escalation of the Israel-Palestine conflict last week, Denny?
Okay, 2 weeks ago, especially 2 weeks ago, exactly at 7 October 2023, the Hamas militant group attacked Israel suddenly, which made the Arab citizens, especially Lebanese, spontaneously support what Hamas was doing. Consider the Israel colonization, which had been carried out for years in Palestine. And several universities here in Lebanon even held some kind of demonstration, even even to support for Palestine, and also quite large scale demonstration happened at several important landmarks in Lebanon to support Palestine. Yeah, like that.
Yes, Denny, thank you for the report. We see the visuals right there on breaking news of TVRI World. Now, how has the recent conflict affected the daily lives of the Lebanese people, and in particular, the Indonesian community in Lebanon, Danny?
Okay, as I said before, because the spontaneous fighting spirit of the Arab people against the Israel-Palestinian conflict, I mean against the Israel colonization, many support even are held by Islamic organization and Islamic private universities, and there are other texts such as Open the Nation that are directly giving to them, I mean to the Palestinian. There is not they still, I mean, the Lebanese people, same with us, still can do daily activities like a usual. Because for us, the Indonesia, we are actually quite safe, even though we are directly living in the middle of the conflict. I mean, we are living in the Lebanon that has a border directly with the Israel. Because we always continue to follow up the instruction, the advice from the Indonesian embassy in Beirut, because they told us do not approach, do not go to the areas that near to the border, so we can still do our daily activities like usual. Even though in Lebanese that living in the south, I mean living that close to the Lebanon now, they have like a postponed activities. I mean the office is closed, the universities are closed. Are the schools, private schools are closed too. So they are some of them. I mean, some of the Lebanese people now are living in the Beirut. I mean, in the capital city of Lebanon.
Okay, thank you for sharing that, Danny. It's good to know that you have still can do your daily activities, but from what you are saying, that offices are closed and universities are closed. And in a scale of 1 until 10, Danny, how bad is it out there? 1
Hmm.
being pretty bad, I mean, 1 being it's okay, you can still do daily
Okay.
activities, 10 being very bad.
Okay. Honestly, I want to clarify this. The scale 1 up to 10, maybe the bad scale is only occurred in the southern Lebanon. I mean the area that close to the border to Israel. But because in there, I mean in the southern of Lebanon, there are some Univille troops. Even they are have some Indonesian troops Univille that guarding in it, and also Lebanese army itself. So, honestly, to be honest, we are used to live in this situation. I mean, we live in the country that where the condition cannot be predicted. I mean, the complicated things always occur wherever we are, whenever we are. So we have to be prepared for the consequence that will occur. And as I said before, we always to inform. We always the embassy always encourage us to inform us about your situation in south, in the north, in the west. about the situation. We always keep in touch with the embassy, so it's still safe. I mean, now I can say all things are safe. Our things are safe, except the people, the Lebanese people are that living in the south. They are now doing like a hijrah. They are now leave their home in the south and live to in the capital city of Lebanon. And we believe that God's help and God's like kindness is always there and near us. So please don't worry.
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. It's good to know that you have prepared for the consequences there, Danny, and things are safe in the south. Now,
Yeah.
Danny, could you share your personal experience or stories about you and your fellow Indonesians in Lebanon? How have you been coping with the conflict situation, Danny?
First of all, as I said before, we are used to live in the middle of the conflict. I mean, in 2006 maybe, but I don't even live in there at the moment. Uh, there's some Indonesian veteran, as I said, Indonesian veteran at 2006. And if you still remember, if we still remember at 2019, we have the big demonstration that occurred in the middle of the landmark. I mean, in the middle of the capital city. So right now we used to live. I mean, it's so common. It's so usual. We live in the country that have some predictable things that will happen, and I don't know. And we don't know the things will happen or not. So it's so common. I mean, even some of us, always it's make a jokes. No, it's not gonna be a war. It's not gonna be war. It's just like political interest. It's just like geopolitical interest. So don't worry, Danny. There's some main Indonesian veteran that I mean living in Lebanon a few years ago and until now. Don't worry, Danny. It's safe. Because of what? The escalation right now in the south can still be mediated by UNIFIL and the Lebanese army itself to carry out ceasefire, even though, as we know, several journalists were killed 5 days ago due to the brutal attacks launched by Israel. So it's true that there are still mistakes that occur, but both of them, UNIFIL and the Lebanese government, through their army turf, always work together to prevent bad things happen. And in addition, the Lebanese government also urges the foreign citizen, to not approach to the conflict point. And nowadays, we can still live. And I have of 5 hours more. I have a campus. I have a class, so it's still safe. I mean, I can do everything what I want here.
It's normal and it's still safe. That is what we have to know right here in Indonesia. Thank you, Danny, for mentioning that. Now, how about the Indonesian fellow in Beirut? Will they evacuate to other cities or go home to Indonesia? As far as you know, Danny.
No. No, no. So right now, we are a member of the WhatsApp group that include the Indonesian Hotline Embassy, some of staff Indonesian Embassy. So we always encourage just keep in touch with us. If there is no bad things happen will occur in the future, maybe next week or next one. It's nothing. It's nothing dangerous that will happen. So now our Indonesian citizen, I mean, all our velas, my velas here, the Indonesian velas, still doing their activities as the same as usual. As long, the thing is, as long as we have our Indonesian embassy in here, as long as we have the Univel troops in here, we are actually totally 100%, I can say, safe.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Thank you for highlighting that. As long as you have the Indonesian embassy, it will be safe. Now, what measures, Danny, if any, have the Lebanese government taken to address the situation and protect its citizens during this period of conflict, Danny?
As I said before, Lebanese government also working together with the Univel troops in the south. So like they close their university, they close their schools, private school which is located only in south. So they postpone all the things like a war. daily activity of school, daily activities of anything else that occur in sort. So they told to the citizen, I mean the Lebanese citizen, also the foreign citizen that living in sort Lebanon, uh, as long as you can live as long as you can live, I mean to live in the capital, as long as you can do not approach the southern Lebanon, please if you are safe, you can go, you can do whatever you want, you can do whatever you want in daily activities because uh, nowadays Lebanese government also do like air patrol, sea patrol, and together with the universal troops to prevent that things happen.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, Danny, in your opinion, what can the international community, including Indonesia, here in Jakarta, do to help promote peace and stability in the region, Danny?
Okay, in my opinion, please we have to underline this. Israel colonization has killed many people, has killed many lives, not just in the last week, but for decades. So we hope that there will be no political interest, economic interest, geopolitical interest, and etc. that will cause this colonization, this Israel colonization, get more worse than before. And there's no way to find solution. I mean, the final solution to make a Palestine free from the colonization, especially now our country, Indonesia, has just been elected as a member of the UN Human Rights Council for the 2024 until 2026, based on the result of the majority vote. And as quickly as possible, uh, I hope the Indonesia can play an active role in contributing to end all forms and all methods of Israel colonization and annexation of Palestine, because this is not about time, but a matter of human life. It's for me. I mean, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for sharing your opinion. Now, lastly, Danny, as an Indonesian diaspora living in Lebanon, what are your hopes for the future regarding the situation in Lebanon and the broader Israel-Palestine conflict? And what measures that you believe can be done to work towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict, Danny?
My hope is the same as in general. Human life is more important than all interests, personal, economic, political, geopolitical issues, interest, and anything. Either we like it or not, but for me, I don't like it at all. I mean, the political interest and etc. Form of colonization, form of the dispute between Israel and Lebanon in the border in South Lebanon in the border. I say it have to be have to be done because as I said before, this is not about the time, but it's a matter of human life. We are as a human being, we have a freedom, we have a choice to life, we have to human right to live here, to live in Lebanon, to live in any single country. So I have to emphasize this because it's so important to us. Form of colonization and annexation and armed conflict that carry out by Israel to Palestine must be resolved immediately. Because of what? If the colonization have to be is end, all the things that happen in Lebanon, maybe in Jordan, maybe in Egypt, will finish. Will there's nothing more that happen will occur. So the resolve, the solution is to be, uh, Palestinian life and freedom are important. So as quickly as possible, independence of Palestine have to be implemented.
Yes, thank you for talking to us and sharing your thoughts and opinions right here. Danny, as an Indonesian diaspora in Lebanon, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of human life. Beautifully said. Now, Danny, thank you and have a good day. Stay safe in Lebanon.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.